Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an eyebrow tutorial for you guys. I'm really excited about today's video because it was really highly requested. I know a few months ago, I believe, I already uploaded an eyebrow tutorial on my YouTube channel, but it was more of a sit down chit chat, let me tell you my favorite items, and I gave you guys affordable dupes that you can go ahead and buy instead of kind of spending money on higher end products. And I kind of demo a little bit, but not a lot. So I'm really excited for this video because now you guys have a video that you can always go back to when you just want to know about what I do with my eyebrows. Eyebrows are just something that I feel like you kind of have to work with and play with and then figure out what works for you. A few months ago, I have come a long way, trust me. I used to do my brows so big and so bold and so dark, it was really intense. But the more that I play around with my brows and the more that, I try new things and really teach myself how to work with the structure that I have, I really have come to a point where I'm very happy with my brows. And I guess you guys really do like my brows because this video has been so highly requested and I'm just so excited to get it up for you guys. I hope that you guys love this eyebrow tutorial. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share it on your social media pages. It really could help other people. And make sure you subscribe and follow me on all of my social medias. Don't forget to check down in the description bar for discount codes, ways to contact me, all the products that I used in this video, and many more things. I will have everything linked down below in case you're interested. Oh, one last thing. I totally forgot to mention this while I was doing my eyebrow, but I really wanted to let you guys know that, grooming your eyebrows is really important. I mean, eyebrow is just kind of like your hair. If your hair is really dirty and it's oily, it's gonna be really hard for you to curl and really have fresh, nice, flowy, pretty hair. So that's the same thing with eyebrows. You really wanna trim your eyebrows, tweeze them, wax them, thread them, whatever it may be. But once the form and the shape of your eyebrows are in the perfect kind of shape and whatever you like, it's going to be much easier for you to do your eyebrows. Another thing I want to mention is that everybody does their eyebrows differently. Some people like it very natural, kind of the flick of the wrist, use a pencil, kind of just fill them in. Some people like it very bold, they like it very structured. For me personally, I have very fine eyebrow hair. And I'm lucky that this eyebrow has shape and this one, is semi-paralyzed. But for me, it's like I need a structure to my brows and I need them to be bold. Other than that, these are very natural. My eyebrows, I would like to call, are very quote artificial looking because I do have to draw them in to get the structure that I like. And I like when I do my makeup to be very bold and very fierce and just very nice looking, and my eyebrows really do change up my looks. That's why in every single makeup tutorial, you always see that my eyebrows are the first thing that I do, because once they're on and I draw them on and they're on, they give my face a lot of structure, and then I can go on with my look to see where everything needs to be. So they're just something that, I really do encourage you guys to work on, and eventually you're gonna find a place that you're just very happy with and a routine and products that you're very happy with. But other than that, I just hope that you guys enjoy this video. Just be very nice to people with eyebrows or nice to people without eyebrows. They're just really fragile. But at the end of the day, it's just makeup, you guys. It's just makeup, and there are more important things to life than just brows. It's just makeup. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get started. Okay, so this part might be just a little bit different, but I like to go first in with a concealer on my brows. I like to put a thin layer over my brows and blend that out. This way, when I use my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade later, the product doesn't slip, because I noticed before without any product and I go straight into my skin, the product tend to slip a little bit and I didn't have good control. I'm gonna blend this concealer out with my favorite blending brush for concealers. This is the Morphe Brushes G1. It is the most perfect density but super soft. It's great for concealer, whether it's brows, face, whatever it may be. I definitely would recommend this brush. So I'm just gonna blend this all out.
nothing too different here. I mean, you guys all know how to blend by now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Ebony. Now, the color of my brows that I use do change up depending on what hair color I'm rocking, but for now I've been really liking Ebony. And I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. I know this brush can be a little bit expensive, but I think it's so worth it. I like the end of my brush to be very thin so I can get a very precise line. And then the other side of this brush is just a ratchet looking spoolie. I like to brush out my eyebrow hairs so everything is brushed out, nothing is tangled. Oh, by the way, to get your brush very thin and precise, just squeeze it in between a paper towel or a tissue and you're really gonna get that really precise flat brush. I'm going to draw a line on the bottom of my brow to create structure of the tail and do the same thing on the top and connect the tails together. Now, if you notice, this brow doesn't really have much of a tail, so I'm really just making up my own. My other brow has a little bit more structure, so that one's a little bit easier, but I decided to show you the ratchet brow so I can really show you how you can transform an eyebrow. Now I'm just taking more product and filling in what I just traced. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. It's nothing intimidating, you guys. You draw a line on the bottom, a line on the top, connect the tail, and then you're just going to take more product and fill in the tail. Now, I like the tail of my brow to be very dark and very defined, sharp, and bold. So a lot of the abundance of the product is going to go on the tail of my eyebrow. And here I'm just filling it in, but also going over the top and bottom line like I did before, so everything's very defined. Whatever is left on the product, I like to gently follow my hair, my eyebrow hair, and work in the inner corners of my brows. I'm not working in any more products because the inner brows or the inner corner of my brows, I like to be very soft and very faded. And then as I go towards the tail, it's very dark and very bold and super fierce looking. So here, whatever's left of my brush, I'm just gently working it in. And you know what? Just very light hand. You don't want to go too harsh. Nothing too bold on the inner corners or else it looks just a little bit too bold and too fierce. Unless that is the look that you're going for, go right ahead. But then I love this step, just to take a spoolie and brush everything out. The spoolie is not only going to help you blend everything together, but it's really going to spread out that color. Now I'm just going to go back in with a brush and add a little bit more product if I feel like I'm having a little bit too many bald spots. And then once again, I take the spoolie and brush everything out so everything's faded. As you can see here, my brow is very faded. It's very light, and then it goes into a very bold, very sharp tail. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more product, and this is the second part of my brow. Now, this is where you want to maybe make your brow a little bit bigger. You want to trace that line, and gently, a little bit goes a long way, so kind of add on another layer and make it thicker, as you can see I'm doing here. You can do that on the top and the bottom. This part is where I also really round out the arch of my brow. So if I want that arch, say, to be a little bit sharper, a little bit edgy, a little bit round, this is where I would go in. But the trick that I told you earlier to squeeze your brush in between a tissue, that's really going to help because it's going to make this brush very flat and very sharp so you can get this very precise line that I'm getting here. So here you see I'm just making that brow bigger because I really wanted a thicker brow. I thought my brow looked a little bit too thin. And I'm really just focusing the product on the end of my brows. And here, since I do have a thick brow now, I want to make it a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and exaggerate the tail of my brow with that brush. This brush is absolutely everything. I think it is just so great because it really does give you that very precise line. Here I'm just going ahead and elongating the tail of my brow by adding a little bit more product and flicking it out to get that really sharp brow. I just love this step. It's giving me life right now. You can really change the shape of your brow by just taking it a little bit at a time. You don't have to go in full speed with a lot of product. I'm going to go back in with the same LA Girl Cosmetics concealer, but in the different color. I'm going to take the color Light Ivory, and this I'm going to add a little bit of product, and this is really going to help you clean up your brow, make the edges of your brow very clean and very defined. I used my Holy Grail brush to clean my brows. This is the Morphe S30. It is absolutely amazing. It really cleans up my brows, but also the rounded edge is really going to make everything super easy when I kind of follow my brow and clean up the edges. I absolutely would recommend this brush for cleaning up brows. I know a lot of people use angle brushes. That's fine too. I really prefer a round brush. Now this is a quote quote eyebrow buffing brush for me. This is the Morphe G13, and this one will just blend out all of your concealer and make blending a little bit easier. I absolutely love this. I recommend it to all of my friends, and they have fallen in love with it. It just makes blending so much easier. You don't have to use this for concealer. You can even use this for eyeshadow. It's very versatile. I'm going to take an e.l.f. Cosmetics Duo Eyebrow Brush. This is actually a great dupe for the Anastasia number 12 if you don't want to spend the money. I'm going to take this darkest color from the Morphe Brow 8 palette. Now this is a powder eyeshadow, a powder eyebrow shadow. If you don't want to go and spend money, say on the Anastasia Duo Shadow, you can use this Brow 8 palette. I'm just going to take the e.l.f. brush and shade in the outer part of my brow with that first color. Take this color right here and lightly blend in the inner corners. I focus the darker color by setting my tail of my brow, and then I go in with a lighter color and set and gently add a little bit product to the inner corners. And you're gonna see I'm still keeping that fade from light to dark, light to dark. And I just like setting my brows because I'm scared that the pomade might move, and sometimes it does. So with a powder over top, it really sets that pomade into place. I'm going to take the spoolie side of this brush and blend everything together. And then last but not least, I like to go in with a transparent gel brow brush. This is transparent because I just want to keep my brows in place. You can also go with a brow gel that has a little bit of tint. And here is the before and after. I hope you guys love this tutorial. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you Monday with my skincare routine. I can't wait to see you then. Love you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye, lovelies.